I just found out that my husband's coworker is in an open relationship. You know, TJ, his coworker that sent him the "you up" text at 1 a.m. You see, I thought TJ was a Tom, but TJ is actually a Teresa. A very, very, very gorgeous Teresa, mind you. She proceeded to ask him about spicy cubes. Make a long story short, he gave her some spicy cubes to try with her husband because apparently her husband had threatened her with divorce. They did take them together. I was like super suspicious, followed him to his work event, didn't tell him I was coming just to see how they would be acting around each other. Saw Teresa and her husband, and they were PDAing, okay? They had definitely taken some of those gummies, and they left together early. They were working. The gummies were gummying. That's when I was pretty much ready to drop it, and until she texted my husband again in the middle of the night, thanking him for the spicy cubes. Valid, okay. I understand it was her first time taking him, but then letting him know how well they worked on her. Sir, he doesn't need to know how well they work on you. He knows how well they work on me. Why are you telling him that? Like, that's fucking weird. He's married, so are you. So that low-key pissed me off. I told my husband, I'm gonna tell her husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're over here wanting to take spicy cubes and make sure your husband doesn't file for divorce. Okay. But then you're still texting my husband in the middle of the night, like, after you take them with your husband. Like, that's weird. Tell your husband how well they worked. Why are you telling mine? So I went to go message him on the good old Facebook, and mid-message my husband does let me know that Teresa is actually being transferred. So then I'm like, okay, do I really care? Like, am I really wanting to mess with their marriage? Like, if anything, I don't want this to ruin their transfer, right? Like, I don't want her to be like, no, I'm staying here because, you know, whatever. I'm like trying to think outside the box here. Obviously, if this man was going to divorce her, he knows how she is. But I accidentally sent the message anyway, and I realized when I got a reply back saying that they're in an open marriage. Yep. Her husband does not care who she takes spicy cubes with. But her husband was quite shocked to find out that we didn't know. And I also found out he never threatened her with divorce. Not one single time. Not one single time did this man threaten her with divorce, because why would you threaten to divorce someone you're in an open relationship with unless you just, like, didn't want anything to do with it? Like, you know? So I was like, okay, why would she have said y'all were getting a divorce? So he said he wanted to be honest with me. He loved his wife, but that is a ploy that she uses to bait men in. He doesn't think it worked on my husband, but that's definitely what she was trying to do. So I will be talking to this bitch later. You want to be in an open relationship? Sure, fine. That's your prerogative. But just because your marriage is open does not mean mine is. And this shit's got me fucked up.